The most inspired literature, make a doctrine of our own, any apologies, the powers that be. The right is ours to advocate. The Constitution means the Constitution go to the winds.
Because I'm getting it from both.
To raise independence is to open the enemy, to open the hopes and the hopes of people. We are entitled to our own opinions and not obligated to move around by the opinions of others. If others laugh at you feel like for them. If they mimic you, return to compliment with legal force. They have no right to dishonor, respect, or disregard your feelings of manhood that you have been doing with them. Honor them when they honor you. Disregard them when they badly treat you. Your arrogance is skin deep and assumption and has no foundation for Lord or law. So that's why the same thing that should be sturdy as we have. The prestige that you in its privileges is ours. Your ancestors are involved and naked, lived in caves and embraced the trees as monkeys as ours. They made sacrifices in the flesh of their own dead and the wronging of our for centuries. Even after this also did. The cannibals are appalling in ours. We were embracing the arts and science for the next denial. We were drinking human blood and eating out of the skull and hunger dead. When our civilization was still in their progress. We were running naked, living in holes and caves, with rats, bats, and other extinct animals. After we've already found the stars, we reduced the constellations to regular and minute calculus. They were still backwoodsmen, living in the ignorance and in darkness. The world is left to us for the benefit of our civilization. They stole our arts and science from Africa. Then why should we ashamed of ourselves? For modern improvements of duplicates of a greater civilization that we reflected thousands of years ago. Without that advantage, what is buried is still hidden, to be resurrected and reintroduced by the intelligence of generation and posterity. As the Jews held together by his religion, the right race is by the assumption and the real law of his purity, and the Mongolian by the precious tie of blood. So likewise, the black men must be united in one grand racial hierarchy, arguing both no climb, or boundary, or nationality. Africans the world over must practice one faith that founded themselves with one God, one aim, one destiny. Let nobles be your own, speaking their depths. And no fools be your own, wrong time of peace and time of war. You're up until only which concerns you. Your leaders shall first be to your God, your family, race, and your country. You're up until only which concerns you. Remember always that the Jew in his political and economic urge is always first a Jew. The white is first one man on all circumstances. And you can never do no less than being first and always a black man. And also take care of itself. There is no humanity before which this starts with yourself. Charity begins at home. Which thyself be true, thou canst not be false to any man. God and nature first made us what we are, and then, out of our own creative genius, we make ourselves what we want to be. Follow always that great law. If the sky and God be your limit, and eternity our measurement. There is no height which you cannot climb, but it's the active intelligence of our own mind. Mind creates. It is what to desire nature. We can have the creation of our own minds. Being the person of the scientific weaker race is to treat others only to treat you. But in your homes, wherever possible, you must teach the high development science to your children. Encourage the development of science as par excellence, for only science and naturalism are your only hope to present evil science among materialism. Never forget your God. Remember, we live, work, and pray for the establishment of a great and racial hierarchy. The founding of a Russian empire was only natural, spiritual, and political shall be African for the Africans. Those at home, those abroad. One God, one aim, one destiny.
One destiny. Okay, please applaud for young Marcus.
Right on.
Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, Africans worldwide, brothers and sisters, I'm going to now have the pleasure to introduce to you the 10th successor to the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. I want you to put your hands together and please applaud the 11th President General of the UNIA, the Honorable Michael R. Duncan.
One God,
One
name, one destiny.
destiny.
Long live Marcus Garvey.
Long live Marcus Garvey.
Long live the UNIA.
Long live the UNIA.
Brothers and sisters, I am the 10th successor to the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, meaning I'm the 11th President General of the UNIA, ACL of the world. My only position is to do the work of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. Brothers and sisters, my feet are not big to fit in those boots of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, so I need your help. Brothers and sisters, I do nothing without following the black prints of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. Mr. Garvey is the greatest man that ever walked on earth, so I am happy to plagiarize him. Brothers and sisters, our Holy Ghost might be here.
What Marcus Garvey said he was going to
Come on, line in. Testing.
So use the two mic.
Turn the mic.
Yes, brothers and sisters, you can hear me. Yes, as I said, Marcus Garvey set the tone. I am only a disciple of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey and carrying out the work of this great brother. Brothers and sisters, we have come a long way. And all that we need to do, we just need to follow the black prints of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. The Ethiopian World Federation, I'd like to thank you for this gathering. Thank you for uniting under this banner, His Imperial Majesty. Much love. Thanks for the work that you're doing to continue to build for our people. Our only belief is one God, one aim, one destiny, and to develop our people under this banner. Brothers and sisters, we have been living in the system for 400 years, and nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. You have to realize what Mr. Garvey gave to us. Mr. Garvey gave a government to us. And when I say, brothers and sisters, a government, he gave an active government. Until 1973, we, the UNIA, we had our own passports that we traveled the world. You have to realize that everything that have been organized under the banner of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. Mr. Garvey shook the cornerstone of three major empires. Brothers and sisters, he shook the cornerstone. The British, the French, and the US, they got together and they asked themselves, are we going to allow this one man to break down what we have built for 400 years? And after that, they said Mr. Garvey had to go. They realized Mr. Garvey had to go. But what Mr. Garvey said? Brothers and sisters, we must be willing to die for our brothers and sisters, because what? Men who are in earnest are unafraid of consequences, meaning we must be willing to do what we need to do for the black race and be ready to deal with the circumstances.
Yes!
Brothers and sisters, they took us out of Africa. They brought us here to build this world. And this man is not so stupid. He enslaved us and then convinced us that we participated in slavery. And most of us believe. Brothers and sisters, I want to tell you something. We never participated in that slavery process. You know, 400 years ago, John Hawkins went to Queen Elizabeth I and he said to her, Queen, I want to go into Africa and I want to take black people. Queen Elizabeth turned to John Hawkins and said, how will you compensate these black people?
That's right.
John Hawkins said, they're uncivilized. Therefore, we will civilize and Christianize them.
With the whip.
Brothers and sisters, they came into Africa. They came into Africa. They began to take us out. Brothers and sisters, we never gave up. We fought them in the jungle. We fought them in the villages. We fought them in the high seas. Brothers and sisters, we fought them on 60 different mountain tops in Jamaica. We fought them in Haiti. Marcus Garvey fought them here in Harlem. Malcolm X fought them, brothers and sisters. We are still fighting them. So don't propagate that nonsense. But we participated in slavery. They said slavery was economics, right, brothers and sisters? They said it was economics. Where are the ships that we owned? Brothers and sisters, where are the insurance companies that we own? Where are the banks that we own, brothers and sisters? Brothers and sisters, this man is good, this man is smart. Brother, if you tell a lie long enough, believe in it. But we as Africans, we cannot fall right to that system. We should never admit that we participated in slavery. Because what they did, they came to my village. They came to my village. And they hold me up at gunpoint. And they tell me to come to your village. And if I don't take them, they're going to kill me. But I believe in what? Death before dishonor.
Thank you.
So many of us were killed. Some of us who were not strong enough, they were forced into it. But brothers and sisters, never admit to that nonsense. Every time you admit that we participated, we are dishonoring our ancestors. We are dishonoring our ancestors, brothers and sisters. So we have to stop. We have to stop propagating that nonsense, and we have to go to Africa ourselves. Each of us represent an ancestor. We must take that spirit. This year alone, I went to Africa 4 times already, and I'm going 4 more times. Because you remember that land that Marcus Garvey talked about. You remember that city Marcus Garvey talked about. We are going to build it. We are going to build it. I've already purchased 200 acres in Liberia, and we are farming there. We are farming there. We're going to build that city. But we're going to come back to that. Brothers and sisters, I have traveled through the streets of Johannesburg, Pretoria. I've traveled through the streets of Kumasi.
That's me.
And Accra. I have traveled through the streets of Monrovia, the highways of Gambia and Senegal. Brothers and sisters, I come back to the States. I travel all over the States. I go through the Caribbean. I travel through various cities. I go to my hometown. I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. And I travel through Kingston. I travel through Grandspan, and I travel through Maypen. And I don't see any supermarkets that we own. I don't see any banks that we own. Here in America, I look at our communities and who own the supermarkets.